Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Coconut. How are you doing? I'm doing well. So, today I want to talk about Super Bowl's halftime performance by The Weeknd. You know, he's this hot artist that burst on the scene. Allegedly, supposedly, he was discovered by Drake. And allegedly, supposedly, Drake just happened to come upon his music and leak the music, and it's been on ever since. So we know that he has definitely given his music a darker side, and there's lots of themes of sexuality, drugs, and despair. But what was interesting to me is his performance was very dark to me. And I say this in light of the fact that I believe in what I believe in. So I don't like to always come from a standpoint of a religious mindset. It's just for me, when I see you throwing up certain signs, I already know that you're sold out. However you view selling your soul to the devil, this is what has occurred with this artist, whether you like it or not. Always say these people always talk in symbology. So peep the number on his glove and the one-eyed symbolism, the angel wings on his back, and in his performance he actually comes out of the eye, okay, where it says welcome. That's an eye. Oh my God, can't even get better than this with this story that he's telling us. Everyone is always running around when we have these shows saying it's a ritual. Everything is a ritual, y'all. Everything they do is a ritual. What they're doing is when they have these major events, they siphon off the energy of the crowd that's normally there, or the crowd that's watching at home. All of that intensity and focus is being used to propel or fuel the rituals that they always do on certain days, months, events, times, seasons, etc., etc. Okay, our whole lives have been ran on rituals. So if you don't like what you see, if you don't like to be bathed in bloodthirsty images, you don't watch. Look at the end by the goalpost. That is definitely a face in the ground. Okay, so this is how they give us subliminal messages, and this is how they pay homage to the evil overlords that run this world. They show their allegiance through the signs. I'm going to go over everything, but I'm just going to point out I see the double columns here, which we find in Freemasonry. So one of the things I always think is interesting is when people sell their souls to the devil, you know, what do they get from it? Well, most times they get the riches untold for a certain amount of time or years or lifespan. Okay, so he certainly loves his cars. He's a collector. And as you can see, he's showing off a baby right there that is symbolic of some of the payoff. And then he's reminding us of that prophecy of how they are going to deceive people with the holographic images. So you see the fallen angel coming down. You know, this is Lord Lucifer here that he's alluding to. And you can see he's in a simulation. He's like in a Sims, basically, like we are. And he's showing us the lights and all the cardboard cutouts and the fake people and everything. Yeah, it's just a game to them. That's all this is, one big petri dish of a game. Anywho, The Weeknd did tell us that because of his album related to drunk driving, that's why he did that whole They're in Mass thing to show, you know, some of the ramifications of driving while drunk. Obviously, you can get into accidents. And he also did that whole mass thing regarding surgery that illustrates how people in Hollywood get obsessive about their looks and they go, you know, always team too much, etc., etc. But some people felt like the men running around in those masks looked a little bit like the movie Us. I mean, I found this whole performance to be very dark. You know, when we were little, they used to say, don't ever wear red and black together because those are the devil's colors. Now, I know y'all don't believe in those kind of superstitions and things like that now, But, that's what the old folks used to say. So, red, of course, I always say is symbolic of life and blood and death. So, I don't know. What is your interpretation of the men that's running around in this maze? Like we're all running around in a maze of life. They're running around in this maze, and the maze and the cardboard silhouette of the city, they have some words inscribed upon them bizarrely. I don't know what they mean. It doesn't seem like there's anything too sinister there, but like they're not positive words either. So that's very interesting. Definitely felt like he was channeling Michael Jackson a lot of this performance, actually. Not that he can dance as well or sing as well or even perform as well as Michael, but the energy was heavy there. So that spirit of Michael was definitely in the place. Even this is a typical Michael shot where he would have the spotlight on him. And I love that he's having his arms raised up in that classic "don't shoot me." This is also a yoga pose too. But notice the angels on either side of them, alluding again to the fallen angels in black. The silhouette there. Kind of potent if you ask me. So whenever I see the beam of light, I always feel as if that is related to alien intervention. I always feel that way. Some point there was a big transition in the mood, and they sucked all the life and color out of the performance. Hint, hint. Sort of kind of like what they do with us. And then we see the big full moon letting us know that this is a spell. They're creating spells. They weave, a web over us and lull us into sleep. Yeah, that's what I got from that. I know people like me get too deep. I know y'all think, we are just scared and reading too much symbolism into everything, but that's because that's how they speak to us. So it's not our fault if we can read it. After all the pomp and circumstance, after you've been riled up, after the bloodlust has been satisfied and the ritual completed, everyone is lulled into la la land. This looks like a graveyard, and that's how most people walk around, like zombies. The whole concept of a zombie is the fact that they are in a near-death state, able to do basic functions, easily controlled. Sound familiar? Anyway, y'all. So there are mixed reviews. First of all, there was something off with the audio. Some people were saying if you had an older model phone or TV, that's why you couldn't hear clearly. But I don't think so. I think there was something off with the audio. And this whole city was actually modeled after a city in Fritz Lang's Metropolis. And Metropolis is all about a futuristic city where the haves have and the have-nots have nothing. And it's all about robots and falling in love with robots and trying to have a savior. Okay, y'all, you see, this is the kind of information they're constantly pushing down our throats about robots and technology. And they are really trying to give us this transhumanism agenda. Okay, so yeah. But even throughout his video, the people in the back, well, the choir, oftentimes when they were like in the shadows, you would just see the little red eyes, just like they were robots. You see what I mean? Anyway, according to Drake and other celebrities like Dionne Warwick and some other people, I don't know, they seem to really liked his performance and they thought it was great. Seth Green, he said, what a show. A lot of people, again, like Paulie D, say he couldn't take his eyes off of the Weeknd because they had the same haircut. I like Paulie D. He's kind of funny. Keith Urban He's, I think, a country guy. He said he loved it. He thought it was, he liked the whole stage of it or whatever. And so, I don't much give any stock to what the stars say because they're paid to do all of that. Anyway, tell me what y'all think. What did you think about this performance, about the set, about the visuals? Comment below. You know how we do. We like to discuss things. Y'all are really smart, so I like to hear what y'all have to say. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, anyway, that's my time for today. And as always, Om Shrim Brezi.